Hannah, Sales Director at BuddyCRM. Just wanted to very quickly show you how we've integrated our platform with Google Maps. Two benefits here in two different areas of the system, so I wanted to quickly show you that just to give you a bit of a rundown. So the first one is that with most sales organisations, if there is going to be any in-person meetings, then there's a good reason and rationale to want to know where they are in the country, especially if they're working in patches, which many organisations do have their sales team working geographically, but also to see who is in and around that area. Who else have we been speaking to? Who are leads? Who are customers that are in that same area, potentially within that same industry, same vertical? Many options. We've now worked with Google to build an API and an integration which allows you to run a search within Buddy that will present those findings on a map and then allow you to interrogate each one of them to obviously find out whether or not these are going to be worth a call, worth a visit, whatever it might be. And then it will take you back to the record for you to be able to actually go there if you wish to, if you are out on the road. So there's two ways you can use this. Pre-planning any trips, any conversations, any prospecting, or whilst you're out on the road utilising your mobile or tablet, as long as you've got data connectivity, to run a search to find if there's anybody in that local area that you may also want to meet whilst you're out. So, making sure that you're as efficient as possible, maximising your time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly go and have a look at the account. So this is an organisation that utilises this feature. So if I go and have a look at the entire field sales team's record, we've got 3,678 in here. Now what we can do is we can run a search. So we can run a search utilising these drop downs, which will allow you to run a simple query such as companies owned by an individual as an option, or you can leave it as anybody, with a company city equaling something. That's a very straightforward one. But what we can also do is an advanced search. So that's utilising the fields in question, which can be run a search on, and then we can then combine that in a multiple way. So I've actually saved this one, so I'll run that saved pal in a minute. So you're able to save these queries so that you don't need to keep writing them every time. You just save them, reuse them, and edit them if you need to. So in this instance, it's industry equals whichever industry you're interested in, which is education in this instance, and because we're building a multiple string search, I want to find the ones that are owned by a particular individual within our business. So if I look at that person there, okay, so I can hit that button and that will bring me back 44 records. Now you can see here, you can save that, you can save it and name it, which is what I've done before. So I've actually done that before, industry and owner. And all you need to do is edit the owner or edit the industry if you wish to reuse that one in the future. It's very straightforward. 44 records. We can see here the organisations. Now this view can be changed by choosing the pick column, so you can pick the different things that you'd like to see as headers, but that's fine. It is what it is at the moment currently. And then if we hit that maps button, which appears only if we've got the integration switched on, you hit that button and what it will do is it will push out to Google Maps. So we can quite clearly see it's centralised those here. So obviously we do deal with organisations around the world, so they could be anywhere. So it centralises the pins in the centre. And then if I zoom in, you can quite clearly see that this person's patch, because we haven't put in a geographical nature to that, we can clearly see that they operate in and around the Birmingham area. So again, business intelligence wise, we can see that even if we didn't know anything about the organisation, if we were new to the business, we can see that this patch is Birmingham for this person. So in each one of these pins that's been dropped, we can see that it hyperlinks back to the record, gives you the postcode and the information that you need to see, but we can see all of these organisations. So if I zoom in further and I go over here, we can see again a bit more detail, a bit more information. So I'm just going to click on this one here, so Aston University, select that one. What we can then do is take us through to the individual record in question. We can then interrogate any information that we may need to understand with them. If we're interested in looking into that organisation, we can then hit this button. And what that will do, especially if you're on the mobile or you're on a tablet and you're on a mobile device, it will push out to the application that sits on that device, Google Maps. You can hit directions and you're away. So basically, taking you for a full circle, gives you the ability to run a search, find the organisations, plural, hit that maps button, takes you to a maps view, so you can then interrogate that. None of these close down, so you can continue to go backwards and forwards between these searches, so you can have a look, take a look. Takes you to the record, and then you can go there if you wish to. Once you're there, very simply, if there has been a meeting in question, something of note, because we have a 3-click rule in the system, you're able to press the plus button, create an appointment, put your detail in, press save, and it's done, and you've saved the information of what's happened at the date and time in question. So that's the first thing, scope, being able to prospect for your clients or your leads, being able to run a search based on multiple different criteria and then see where they all are on a map. The other option is being able to utilize the email marketing platform that we've developed and building a custom search criteria within a radius. Okay, so what we can do is we can go to our segments. So segments meaning that we're going to build up a section of our database within a criteria. So we're going to ask it to look for a certain criteria, and that will return that back for us. So we can create a segment here. We can create 25 miles from office, and we can say, okay, I want to look for accounts that are within, so this is the postcode for that head office, within 25 miles. Save that. Okay. And then if we go down here, we can see 25 miles from office. And if we show the count, there are 1,692 records within this database that are within 25 miles of their head office. What you then can do is going into the campaign area, and you can build an email campaign. So utilizing this, take you through the process to build an email campaign, building your template and the view of what you want to do. You can also clone emails that you may have sent before, so you don't have to build an email from scratch. But what you are able to do is utilize that radius search. So when people are emailing from within the marketing teams, they do want it to be targeted to get the best possible return or best possible open or click rate within that email. And the way to do that is to combine multiple parts. It might be geographical, it might be a vertical, it might be the type of products or services that you offer that are particular to them because of the size of organisation that they might be. So what I'm suggesting here is utilising the Google Maps integration so that you're able to expand on the uses of BuddyCRM to benefit the sales and marketing efforts. If you'd like to know more, please reach out to us via our website, and we hope to speak to you soon.